Is my Stirling. I have two of them. This is a Holmes Stirling that I made. It rotates this way. It's very special, this one. It's a lot like an air motor. It has a hot side and a cold side. We put a little furnace there. A hot side, actually, maybe over here where it's red. Oh yeah, hot and then cold. And if you look, the axle, the center, is not in the center. It's on the side. One side is wide and one side is skinny. So the air here is heating up and it expands and pushes the motor. Okay, it pushes it around. It's about 7 horsepower. I don't know if it is. I guess it is. We haven't had it operating yet. I guess it's about 1 horsepower per inch, something like that. And then on this side it cools and the air contracts and it pulls it back the other way. Oh, back the other direction. So it's a pretty good. There's a chance that it's above power, even in cold weather. Okay, and it's made with parts that they're sort of floating. The components here on the end are floating, and the shells are floating, so that they can experience heat and contraction. Because an air motor experiences it in a way that jams up the works. Okay, so it's quite interesting. And then we've used wood in a number of locations to provide a thick gasket to insulate between the two sides, and also as brushes to provide the air, kind of like a water wheel. Okay, where it blocks it sets the air to press against it. Very nice. And then this, so that works. It has a nice big sprocket on it, and maybe we'll put a generator or a skidoo or something like that. It's called a Holmes Stirling, and we conceived of that a few years ago, and we've been assembling it for a while. And then this here is a Stirling. It's made of a thin wall aluminum with a stainless steel type of, they call it a stirrer. If we look in there, we can see that there's a little space, and it should be equal all the way around approximately. It probably changes a little bit, okay, with usage. And the air rushes against that side when the piston is moving back and forth. You see, it's not the piston. I'll pull it here. Oh, there it is. I just used a tin can. I don't know how long it lasts. Eventually we'll replace it. Okay, with something solid. It's a bit oily. And I'll push it from the side of the run. Do you see that? Oh yeah. So that goes in to the cylinder, and a little bit of air rushes on the side of it, like a fast breeze, like a window being opened. And where it rushes, the air is traveling faster, and it has a type of pressure that goes against the wall of the aluminum. So when it's in the section of the pipe that's hot, it heats it up, and then the main piston, which is up here, I'll pull it out the other side, I guess. We just used a stainless thermos bottle inside of a 3-inch pipe. And you can buy a vernier caliper at Canadian Tire for about $2, and it'll measure how wide it is from one side to the other exactly. And then you can find a pipe with the same fitting. And so we bolted that on. It has 2 bolts, and then the cap is also, I think, threaded, or at least drilled. And then it fits in exactly. It's a tight fit with oil on it. And it slides back and forth just like that. It's just a dream. It's perfect. Okay, beautiful the way it works. And then the stirrer either pushes the air against the hot side and causes the air inside to expand and push it, or pushes it when it's out here, pushes it against the cold side, and it cools down the air, and it contracts and pulls the piston back. Oh yeah, just like that. And that's the entire thing. It weighs about 1 pound or 2 maybe altogether. This is the cap piece that goes on like that. Weighs about maybe 2 or 3 pounds. Oh, so it's quite nice. It's about 1 kilogram, 1 or 2 kilograms. It's light enough that a person can put it in their backpack. Okay, and they can put it on maybe an alternator or a little generator, or I'm thinking of putting it on a coil where it just goes up and down with a magnet inside of a coil and just produces electricity that way. It's very nice, and it's taken a little while to make that. No, we had the parts for that for years and years, and I wanted them. You know, I wanted very much to make a Stirling, but for some reason it never really came together. And then just the other day I thought, well, why don't we do that? And I have the sensation of it previously being held out and then suddenly being allowed. Okay, just like that. Now, what does that mean? It's something to do with the way there's a national or global or municipal computation for our brains. Like it's a collective, just like a computer that's working on a server, and it's allowing some things and it isn't allowing other things. Oh, and it does that. It sets things aside. Real estate managers have it. Business owners. Okay, it's people with the word manager. Okay, I think might be the ones who most control it. Okay, at the local level. So that's something to think about. A few of them. Marty Holmes, Sturgeo, Ontario, and it is January 20th, 2018 +1.